So I've asked for the committees to have that kind of conversation to see what ideas they have. Let's put a deadline by February, please. Whatever ideas you have, please by February. So that way Dante and the team have an opportunity to look at there, see what's on the wish list, see what's possible. I think one of the things that we were asking for this year to see if it's possible to get a Sunday day.
Okay.
So that might be one change. Now, I think there were some issues. The only thing I would say with that is that I think doing it on Sunday also affected the vendors that would be able to make it. But let's have that conversation. We'll have that conversation. We'll see what we can do.
Other than this, there's always got pop-up shops on a Sunday, so.
No. So
We get no vendors.
So no, definitely. All right. Last but not least, this is never the fun part of it, but I think last month there was a discussion about removals. So notices were sent out to some members who've been delinquent, and most of the ones we're not talking about they missed 2 meetings or 3 meetings. We're talking about we haven't seen these people before, except you've heard the names on the roster, but you've never probably seen them.
It came in one person.
Exactly. It came to one. Yes.
Probably the pass over the ones who are going to expire anyway at the end of March.
Here's the thing, we could, I mean, the problem with passing them over, because it still affects quorum.
Yeah.
So that's the issue, because for every 2 members you have, that means quorum is,
I think you'd be able to appoint new members before the new applications come.
probably not. No.
So,
Yeah, as they're going through the application process, they're not gonna do anything. Any appointments are gonna be made, as part of that process. So that's what we're gonna do with that. But so removals, we will probably be considering a few of those at the meeting on Thursday. Okay, that is all I have, really quick hits. And the only thing I'll say is that, let's just, this is always the difficult part of the schedule. Between September and December, it's always changing. It's, between, religious observances and everything, and the holidays and everything like that. So it's always difficult. You see, we're meeting at different times this month. It gets a little bit more predictable in January. So I'm just asking for committees just to make sure if you're having attendance issues, if you're having problems, people who aren't showing, please let myself and Dante know. We want to fix that issue, because I don't want you to not be able to have meetings because of quorum or anything else. If we need to, to have conversations, let's do that now. And we'll do it. And I think, by this point, we usually have the data to kind of say, these people aren't coming, or it's like they're just dragging you down. And I just want to make sure you're able to do what you need to do. Okay, that is all I have. I had no other action items. Nothing in terms of action items, except some of those rules. All right, any questions for me? Okay, all right. So now we're going to go to item, thank you,
5.
5, rest of the agenda. Okay, so, public session, call to order, rules of conduct. Okay, so it's gonna be the call to order, it's gonna be rules of conduct. Presentations, Dante, do we have anybody who's gonna be presenting this month?
No, not present.
Okay, no presentations. We have no cannabis applications. We do have 2 SLA applications we're gonna be hearing. We are going to have, actually, for presentations, 887 Nostrum.
Oh, right, that's,
They will present. Fiona's, did they present last month?
Yes. It's
We
just
don't-
when we came to vote.
So do we need them to present again this
No,
month?
no.
Then that's fine. Okay, so just 887 Nostrum. Okay. All right. Then after that will come public commentary. After public commentary, acknowledgements. All right, then we will go to the business session. We'll have roll call. We'll have, we'll have roll call. We will then have approval of minutes. We will then have committee reports. And remember, only updates if you have something significant coming up, less than a minute. So quick announcements, that's all we're doing. Reports. After that, we are going to go to the DM's report, correct? Madam Treasurer, did you want to do a report this month, or you want to just wait till January? You want that?
Do we have any major changes?
So whatever,
Yeah.
okay, no problem. We will have a very short chair's report. Really, Back for that, yeah. Okay, chair's report.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I did have an item I wanted to bring up, which is whether we're gonna be able to do hybrid meetings. This is something that was discussed, or that we brought it to attention that they'd like to be able to do hybrid meetings.
Let me look into, okay, let me look into it, so let's bring it back up for next month. I know that we had passed a resolution, and we can, here's the thing, hybrid meetings, we don't really get a lot of bang for the buck, because what ends up happening is, I think half of the quorum has to actually be in the room. So,
What if the weather is bad?
the quorum still has to be in the room.
Even if the weather is bad?
The quorum has to be in the room.
The quorum has to be
So in other words,
present.
more than half of the people have to be in the
You will
room.
have to.
Get your umbrella.
We
We
decide
show
who
up.
will be here, so we have to decide 28 of us will be here.
Exactly. So I guess it's whoever calls out fastest, you know?
Right.
Those are the ones who go.
Actually, rotation. So, I mean, the way some people do it is they have a shared calendar and people input their, like, I'll be virtual this day, and it's like a max of 28 or max of whatever number, so people actually like log it in before. But yeah, it is ultimately who calls out fastest.
Yeah, and that's what I was trying to
And
avoid.
that's unfair,
And that's why,
because if it's 5, it is actually 10 meetings, so you cannot have 6 and I have 5. So we will have to decide who's having the 5 or who's having 5.
I mean,
So we gotta work it
Oh,
out.
separate, no, there are still boards that do all their committee meetings virtually.
Yes.
14
Which
is
is-
Which,
just snitch on 14. Well, here's the thing.
many of them.
Let me just say this.
Committee meetings or board meetings?
Committee.
oh,
You know, here's the thing. And
Not as
the-
effective though.
no,
they're
I
not.
like.
The interesting thing, well, hold on, let me do this and we'll take this conversation afterwards. All right, so chair's report. Talk about that afterwards. After the chair's report, we are going to go into the voting items. Yes, we have a couple of them actually. So voting items, we have 2 SLAs. So we have 887 Nost,
Got it.
we have Fiona's, we have land use. So actually, do you want to do a quick presentation during the committee reports?
I will, because, possibly we might have some edits to this version of
An item.
Okay, so let's do this. Under committee reports, put an item 1 for land use.
And then go back to SNS or?
No, so it'll be approval of minutes, committee
Right.
reports, but put land use on.
Oh, under here.
So they will,
Oh,
yeah.
okay, cool.
So you'll get time, you'll do that there.
So then we only vote if they down here.
Exactly.
Perfect.
All right, so those 2, and then we're gonna have the resolution. Bike lane proposal?
Yeah.
That's the resolution?
Well, it's a resolution on DOT's safety plan.
Square,
I'm sorry.
safety.
It's more of a
Safety plan,
It's
okay.
more of a disapproval to be honest. It's not really a
Right.
Okay.
proposal.
Safety plan, okay, safety plan resolution. All right, so as a matter of fact, you wanna make that item 2, you'll do that under the
Yeah.
committee reports?
Yeah.
Make that item 2.
Okay. Transportation.
Safety plan resolution.
That's not on the transportation?
Yeah, under transportation, correct. And in the voting items, it'll be safety plan resolution.
I got a question, are you finished? Parks and recreation. That's me, am I correct that they have been having some resolution knocking around, but he didn't come?
So,
Yes, it was on our.
yeah, no, I'm saying is, but if he's not putting it on the floor.
Yeah, so don't put, okay, good, I just wanted to not forget, just in case he turns up and say he sent it, you know?
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right, so safety plan resolution. We have, the career day. Board has to vote on that.
Resolutions of things.
And the last is the removals.
That's not a vote, that's a voting item?
Yep.
Okay. And so we go through here to get checked, and nothing got it, so we went, but. And salaries two,
All right, we got a few voting items, but I think they should open over.
raise a housing.
I wanna propose something. Propose that we add some time estimations to each of these items. We did a pilot of this last general meeting and it went pretty well. It helped the meeting not go over time too much. And I think it'll help flow.
Let's do it.
Alright? We did a pilot, so that the last meeting had some of these on it.
Okay.
So,
All right, so presentations, SLA, the SLA is capped at 2 minutes.
yeah, maybe 2 minutes each.
2 minutes, yeah, and there's only one, so 2 minutes for that.
That's fine.
Public commentary is 30.
It's always 30.
What do we say, comments?
I mean, roll call could be 5. Do that.
Roll call.
Yeah. I mean, it's 10 in the last one, so I guess 10 could work still.
What do we have? Roll call's 5?
Yeah, it was 10 last time. You can do 10 still. We'll
10?
5. Go for 10.
about 7 minutes,
Yeah, do 10 then.
Yeah, let's split it 7.
Alright.
Now you just have to say, Vanessa, huh? Vanessa.
Everybody,
Right.
your name's gonna go fast, that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, approval of minutes is, that's 2 minutes. How much for that?
Had 5 last time?
5 minutes?
Yeah.
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 All right, committee reports.
10 minutes total, I think.
All right, so now there's 2 items, so
Yeah.
Suki, so what are you're capping at 3 minutes?
You can do
Yeah,
like
10.
5 ish. 10 total.
Hey, in total,
I think 10's fine.
10
because
total?
only two
Yeah.
people gonna speak, the rest is.
Without questions maybe, but it'll be quick.
Okay, 5 minutes.
You guys are adding up the,
You were doing the thing last
Yeah.
last time. It worked pretty well.
I like that.
Committee reports, well, no, 5 and 5, so, yeah, 5, yes, make sure it's summarizing,
Yeah.
a couple minutes, no, 3 minutes, I would say 3 minutes probably.
It's tight.
No, 3, if you can do the summary, 3 minutes, and then hopefully another 2 minutes for questions.
Yeah, that's
yes.
fine.
So, you're on there.
5 each, 10 total.
Yeah, sets a target, we'll see what we can do with that.
Yep.
DM's report, how much?
10 maybe?
10 minutes.
5. How much you need?
5 minutes.
5 minutes? 5
See
minutes.
when you call at the time, it gets a lot easier to.
Yeah, you got, listen, I
Well,
do
you
know
took
your
10 minutes
report.
today. You don't think you need that one?
Well, we asked a lot of questions,
Yeah.
so.
Yes, a lot of questions typically.
And it was charged on last week anyway.
That's why I was saying 10 to like just, allow for questions to fill it,
Right.
but not, it wouldn't go over.
Sure. I think that's what you want.
Chairs report, 5 minutes.
Yeah, you can do
5 minutes.
You'll be out of there by 9.
Yeah.
Don't jinx it now, don't jinx it.
it.
You already
Last
did
time.
last time.
You
We
don't
did.
I know, but that's what I'm saying, that's why I don't want to talk fast. All right, okay, so then we have the voting items.
It could probably be like 15 minutes.
Quick one.
15 minutes for the
Yeah,
voting?
15 to 20, I'm
For
assuming.
the voting item?
Yeah, it's like
It's
kind
short,
of.
it's just like-
So you want to say 20 minutes?
I mean,
That's the thing.
We had
1,
10 last
2.
That
time.
could be 10,
Yeah,
right?
it makes
That could be
sense
10.
when it's system
Yeah.
that
Huh?
and not-
Yeah, it was, yeah, we had 10, and they still complaining of that, and we said, get to send it one
Yeah.
back.
15 minutes? Okay.
Yeah,
15 could work for that.
All right, so we go, we'll go for 15.
And the thing is, like, when we underfill the time for earlier things, it kind of adds us,
Okay.
it adds more later, so.
So no, that's fine, that works, that
Yeah.
works. Removals, how many did we have, Dante?
5.
It's 5?
5 from our 49, so no, our quorum.
5.
I think we're all at once.
We
remove
could,
later.
we
Okay.
could, and here's the thing, for most of the removals,
So that-
the funny thing with the removals will be this, most of them won't be here.
Right.
You
So
can
then-
argue
so-
again.
Just do one motion and get it done. You'll do one
Alright.
motion and you get it done.
Question, now, remove,
like you
the motion to move them is here, but when we call the roll call, how will that, those 5 affect our quorum?
They're on until they're voted off.
So then, you know, there's 5 that's against it, suppose,
Well, no, I
what
mean, there's 5 that's not voting.
That's not voting, right?
That's not voting.
that's not here.
So listen, as long as we get the
So
other
if-
20 some odd members there, that's all we need.
Right.
I know, okay.
So I'm saying too, if we vote
Have
on
we?
all of their moves at once, if one of them shows up, they could still, like, I guess, object or amend it to not cover themselves since they came.
I mean, listen, that is their right. And,
Right, they can still-
and that's part of the notice. We tell them they have the opportunity to come to
Right.
the exec,
I'll
which
still call the
nobody's
name.
here.
Yeah.
Also
And
because
they have
of
the
the name at
opportunity
that
to come
point.
to the board.
Right,
Right.
so I'm
So-
saying, like, even if we vote on it all at once, the person still has a chance to get themselves out of it.
Who are the 5?
You want me to say them? Okay.
Well, hold on.
Wait, hold on.
No, let's not do it because
Yes.
we're having conversations in the back.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to people just resign.
Yes.
So
It's
I'd
also
rather do it that way.
easier for administratively.
Right.
It's
For
For
the
all
easier.
of
office.
their attendance.
And I don't like to do this. I don't want to embarrass anybody
Right.
necessarily. So it's like they'll have the opportunity to reevaluate things and walk away
Because
hopefully.
in November, we
But
have
we'll
two
make those public.
resignations anyway, and they went.
It'll be public. It'll be public.
Yes.
Okay. All right. And then after that, there's no other unfinished business, correct?
Right, yeah.
No,
Okay.
We good.
So then we just have new business,
none of that too.
and I want.
Question.
And one of the things we'll look at is I want to be very careful about saying new business because I think
Yeah.
what we need to do is not think all of a sudden I'm gonna slide a motion in at the end of the.
Yeah.
This is for things for the board to consider. So it's like, it's an agenda item that we wanna put on for next month, or I have a matter that I wanna have referred to a committee. That's what that should be for.
New business, okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's to bring up new things.
Right.
I
To bring up new things, because I
Yes,
mean,
I was
normally
thinking
what should happen
something
is that should just mean a referral to a committee to look at that. But I don't wanna bring stuff to come up at, at 8:55, all of a sudden it's like, well, I wanna have a large conversation about something.
I agree with that, but I think in order to put a stop to that, you may have to put that in the bylaws.
Well, here's the thing, I mean, the other way you can do that is, the other cleaner way to do it is, guess what? Sounds great, move the table.
Yes,
But that becomes a whole other thing, and I don't wanna get
Or
there, I
maybe
just
we
wanna.
can to refer to a committee, maybe?
yeah,
So
but you
again,
can't
maybe
go
because
with new
to
business
refer
with.
to-
And that's what I'm saying, it's
Uh,
easier if you have that kind of, it's like, it's a matter of either at that time we can say it belongs to this committee, or we can refer that to the district manager to do whatever he has to
But we
do.
can't make
But
a
we can get it
decision on it
addressed.
right there then.
But I don't wanna necessarily start
You
new
always prepare
business on the
to.
floor right there, because it's unfair, because we're not prepared for the question. That's just gonna be a longer conversation that we're not prepared for. Okay, so new
That's a Robert
business,
Rules of Order.
right, so new business and then adjournment.
Yeah.
Okay,
One quick question, do you
Yes.
time anything before public session ends? Like, when people present, like their
No,
SLAs
you
or whatever? No, so?
SLA's, yeah, SLA's 2 minutes.
Only-
There's only one. There's
Only one,
Only one.
coffee owners.
Because some people sometimes come back and,
Right,
yeah, no, okay, all good.
and the acknowledgements,
I mean, they're already timed, they're usually like 2 minutes each, I believe, they're already timed on every agenda that I'm usually here.
the acknowledgements, 2 minutes, okay.
Yeah, they're always,
Okay,
yeah,
perfect.
good timed.
Okay, all right, so that's it. Are there any other items missing from the agenda that we need to add?
Should the bike lane be unfinished business because it was tabled?
You know what, we're just gonna
Hold
go
on,
straight
I
to
just
it.
want to tell you that.
Yeah, we'll just take it straight up, straight up.
Okay, so that's not gonna, okay.
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
Is that just,
So new business and adjournment.
but then it's
That's
not
it.
December school safety, right?
Yeah,
Same thing, yeah.
Right, yeah, we got
So
it.
technically it would be unfinished business, but I'm
Yeah.
like, let's just put it as a voting item. just
Yeah.
leave it.
Alright.
All right, okay. All right, I will entertain a motion to adopt the agenda as stated.
Move to adopt the agenda.
Okay, moved by, Vice Chair, first Vice Chair. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by second vice chair. What?
Everybody's.
Yeah. All right, it's been moved and seconded. Any other questions, any additions? Hearing none. Is there any objection to approving by common consent?
No objection.
Hearing no objection, adopted by common consent.
We need the adjournment.
No, the approval.
Also not there.
Oh, no, when we complete
You
the,
have Francisca as second vice chair.
I got you.
okay, all right, we have completed our agenda. So just very quickly, thank you very much, everyone. I appreciate your service, your work, and listen, and the fantastic work you're doing. I'm just looking forward to closing out this year, 2024, and going into 2025 even stronger. With that being said, we have completed our agenda. It is now 9:17,
Yep, 9:17.
and we stand adjourned.
So-
Before that happens. Thank you. Everyone have a good night. See you Thursday.
Yeah.